And then you've got relatives of Iran's power players here in the U.S. acting like the Kardashians. Yesterday, we told you about the niece and great-niece of slain General Qasem Soleimani flaunting their lavish life here on U.S. soil. Their visas are now getting revoked. Now we're learning about other relatives of other top Iranian leaders teaching American students here in our homeland. The New York Post reports that Isa Hashemi, Isa as in Jesus, the Arabic for Jesus, is the son of Iranian insider Masumeh Ebtekar, and he's living in L.A., allegedly teaching there. His mom, known as Screaming Mary, was a spokeswoman for the U.S. Embassy hostage crisis. We all remember that. Fox has reached out twice to him, but got no response, despite Isa's name still being on the website for the Chicago school. It's where he teaches. Meanwhile, Leila Khatami, the daughter of a former Iranian president, is a professor at Union College. And another Iranian leader's daughter was an assistant professor at Emory until that school terminated her. Katie Miller says that the president and the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, are now looking to revoke visas for 3,000 to 4,000 Iranian elites in the U.S.
It's the hypocrisy of the regime. You know, their children and offsprings are flaunting their sometimes luxurious lives and a life against a comfortable, free society with economic opportunities, all the while that in Iran people are deprived of all of that.
And remember, Sandra, this isn't because they're just related to the Iranian leaders. Thousands of Iranians are here on asylum. It's not asylum, though, if you're going back and forth from U.S. and Iran without any fear from the regime.
I'm sick of our laws. We are so reactive, and the bureaucracy is so big, okay? For you and all of us to get a passport, we got to damn near sell our soul, if you will, right? But these people can come here easily, seamlessly, go back and forth, and still claim, fear of XYZ, fear of death, fear of torture and all this stuff. It's bull crap. I'm sick of it, okay? This is not even just about money, but I do want my money back. It's not even just about that. It's about the big government. Our government focuses on things 9 times out of 10, in my never to be humble opinion, that do not benefit the American people. We are subsidizing this joker, this crap. We're subsidizing it. I'm sick of it. Send them home. I don't care what family they belong to, okay? I don't care. Send them all home quick, fast, and in a fucking hurry.
So I understand what she said, that these are, it's not just that they are connected to the Iranian regime. So what is it? What's the lawful reason why they don't have asylum? I get that, but why is it just because they are connected to the IRGC?
No, because they came on asylum. So you can't say that you're afraid to live in your own home country because you'll be murdered, beaten, raped, set afire, hung from a crane, all the things that Iranians like to do to their populace. But you travel back and forth on the regular basis. Right. So this is the problem that we have with many, many people who come here on these visas and overstay, or they get here and they claim asylum, but they go back and forth. And what you will usually hear from people who defend that position is that, oh, my mom died, so I went home because my mother died. Well, how many times is your mom going to die? Because you've been 4 or 5 times. But we're so overrun. Our system is so overrun. The people who check that have 1,000,001 other things to do. So largely it goes, unnoticed until somebody shines a light on it. Well, somebody, said, listen here, Marco, this thing is happening. And he's 100% well within his right to revoke their visas, to send them back.
Iranian regime. She has survived multiple assassination attempts by outreach from the IRGC in this country on her front porch that you see here 4 years ago. Those people were convicted in a New York courtroom. The incredibly brave Iranian-American journalist and activist Masih Alinejad joins me now. Masih, welcome. Good to have you here as always. Thank you for joining us today. So
Thank you.
What is your reaction?
Wow, Martha.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a lot going on, and I want to get to a bunch of it with you. So what's your reaction to the removal of these 2 women? And I know you have been working for some time to remove people who are connected to the IRGC here in the United States.
Great decision. Great decision. Martha, I was actually pointing out my own home in Brooklyn, in New York. I miss my home because I have seen the killers in front of my house. And these two people who are related to Qasem Soleimani, who clearly part of like IRGC camp, because they are not being punished. Let me be clear. I'm talking directly to Americans. These two nieces and grandnieces of Qasem Soleimani, they're not being punished because of Qasem Soleimani. They're being punished simply because they asked for asylum, but they went back to Iran multiple times, and they came back in America promoting IRGC, calling the United States of America Great Satan. Yeah. Wow, that's my home. I'm not safe. And women in my country, ordinary women, Martha, in my country, the security forces threw acid on their face. The security forces beaten up Mahsa Amini, killed her simply for showing a bit of her hair, not even her skin, just a little bit of her hair. Women get lashes for showing their hair. From the age of 7, women won't be able to go to school because of Qasem Soleimani and IRGC. So that's why, thank you, Secretary Marco Rubio. But I have to make it clear, there should be one red line. One red line. There are many students in America. They fled the regime. They escaped from the Islamic Republic. They're here. They respect the law. They reach out to me, many of them. Now their lives at risk. And I want Secretary Marco Rubio and the Secretary of Homeland Security, please make sure that you protect the victim, because there are more relatives of the Ayatollahs living here, especially the son and the relative of those who took American diplomats hostage. They live here in America.
And some of these people, the Iranians who are here, would love to go back and support a democracy in Iran if they get that opportunity. So obviously, they're going to be looking at these cases closely. But these two women, one of them was stuffing, shopping bags from Hermes into the back of a car when she got word that they were coming for her. So I want to also get to this, though, because I want to make people aware of something that you're well aware of. According to human rights organizations, there's been 160 hangings in Iran since January. And we're going to put up the faces of some of these individuals. I think we have 9 images on the wall right now. Some of these individuals are 18, 19 years old. The president mentioned the wrestler today. Give us a sense of what you're hearing from Iran.
Martha, you have done a great job by actually showing their faces, because I was actually wrote their name before coming here, and I was telling myself that how sad is this, that they became like a number, like statistics for the rest of the world. That's beyond sad. We Iranians wake up every single day, every morning, by hearing one more protester have been executed by hanging in 21st century. This is the war being waged on us Iranians. In the middle of the war, the regime shut down the internet. This morning we woke up hearing Ali Fahim, 23-year-old, was executed simply for protesting, joining the uprising. And before, Amir Hossein Hatami, only 18-year-old, Martha. Mohammad Biglari yesterday, only 19 years old. And look, that's why I get frustrated when I see the relative of Javad Zarif, the relative of Hassan Rouhani, the relative of Masoumeh Ebtekar, the relative of Muhammad Yazdi. These are the Islamic Republic officials living in America, but these people are being executed. And now there is a father called Mohammad Abbasi with his own daughter. They're on death row right now.
It's chilling.
That's why I asked President Trump.
And it's so important to
show your support and protect
for
the
people
victims
in this country to understand these people are being rounded up in the prisons, in their homes, and they're being hung sometimes from cranes in the middle of Tehran to make a point, to frighten everybody back into their homes. So we're following this very closely with your help. Masih, thank you very much. Masih Alinejad.
To absolutely send it back. I think the mother and daughter had green cards.
Yeah. I don't understand how they got here anyway, Shelley. I mean, they connected to the IG.
Well, they come because of their status. Absolutely. They do get all the different levels of asylum and visas or whatever. They come, they may overstay. And then they just partake of all of the largesses here, not including their own that they bring with them.
Exactly.
Okay. Again, it's not just Iranians. Let me say this about people in the Middle East. A lot of these dignitaries, elites, power leaders, if you will, in the Middle East, don't buy this BS that they're so holy and pious. Those jokers will drink, they will smoke, okay? They will do any kind of other profane things that they claim not to do, and that they will crucify literally their own population for doing, okay? That's BS.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I don't understand why this keeps happening. And again, I know you mentioned, Shelley, how we have such a large bureaucracy, so maybe some of these people are getting in, but the same thing can be said for Ilhan Omar. I mean, her family were dignitaries in Somalia at the time. They were the ones that were actually perpetuating these mass atrocities and things like this. But then she still was able to come here
on an asylum claim. Right. So you're afraid of your father, the butcher? Because that's what it was. Her father was prolific in killing people. Exactly. So she comes here because she's afraid of what? And has been back. That's the part that kills me. That is the part that kills me. If the TSA can tell you how many times I traveled from here to there, you know, how many flights I've taken in a year. Nobody's tracking how many times these people who are so afraid they can't live in their country.
And not only that, but if you have a security clearance, if you are someone that works in IT or something and you have the high level security clearance, you can't do anything without getting a phone call. Hey, where were you? Why were you here? So I just don't understand what's going on. I actually do. And we're going to talk about it a little bit more later. These people are paying people off.
Of course.
They're paying people off.
Of course.
Don't discount the money.
Listen, follow the money.
Yeah. Folks, sound off in the chat. Let us know what you think. I mean, this is something that has been happening. It happens over and over again with these asylum seekers. You know, there's a portion of these people that are, you know, claim asylum, but they're actually part of the problem in their countries and they're still able to get in. What is going on? Do you agree that these Iranian visas need to be revoked? Sound off in the chat and let us know what you think.